Hey guys, welcome to another video. Thanks for tuning in. So I wanted to update you on a couple things. I'll do give you all the information up front, those of you who want it up front so you know what you're getting into. Real quick, give you the brief synopsis. First is that the Tesla reached out to me and they said my hood latch frunk sensor is in and the appointment is still a go. So that's always good news. I've heard in the past that people have problems with service appointments and their scheduling of it. The second thing is I'm getting rid of the panoramic roof sunshade here. It's a good product. I'll tell you why later on in the video, but it's just not for me. The other thing I want to share with you is how to properly close the hood latch or the hood or the frunk, and how to do that so that potentially you won't have problems like I did. The other thing I wanted to share with you is the emergency release on the rear doors. That's pretty interesting. And the last part of this video will also have the Footwell lighting. So if you're interested in changing the brightness or the color of the passenger and driver side Footwell lights for ambient lighting, you know, you can jump to the back half of the video and see how that's done. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So let's get on with the video. All right, guys, like I said, the part has come in for the hood and we'll get that installed. And on that note, I want to show you guys the proper way to close the frunk according to the manual. And the reason I say according to the manual is that I've been closing the trunk by the way that one of the Tesla representatives told me to close it. So I went by what they said, and I don't think that it was anything intentional or anything like that. I think a lot of times there's just misinformation. But at any rate, the proper way to close it, according to the manual, is to essentially lower the hood down. And once it's down, you make a U shape with your hand, basically like this, and then put it on either side of the emblem and press down firmly. And I can tell you now that I've done that a couple times, it actually closes a lot better and it doesn't feel nearly as flimsy. You know, so that's the proper way to close it. And a viewer had reached out and said that as well. So thank you. So the other little topic that I wanted to share with you was the emergency release for the rear doors. I know that in the front, you have these little levers right here. And you just pull those up and it pulls the door release. And then that way you can get out when there's a power failure. Now on the rear doors, it's a lot more complicated. So I'll show you a clip of that right now. Okay guys, so if you're looking for the emergency release on the back door, what you would do is, sorry it's so windy out here, but what you would do is, you need to go into the pocket here, pull up the rubber mat that lines the pocket. So I'm pulling this up, and it'll reveal a little access panel. So let me go ahead and pull this back some. And in that access panel, you can see that you need to pop this cover off. I hope it's coming through there, but by the looks of it, I don't think you can really do it with your hand. So you're gonna need a tool. So let me grab a tool. All right, and this is just a screwdriver. I put tape on the end of it to not scratch up the plastic. So essentially, got to get in here and see if I can lift this up. Okay, so you just get one of the 4 little corners and then you can pry it up actually. And then when you do that, let me move the driver out of the way. You'll see this white styrofoam and it's connected to the end of the cable, and that's what you're actually going to pull on. And you pull that right there. It's just hanging right there. Yeah, I think you can see it. I'll try to bring it up a little. So yeah, you would just pull on that, and then that would release the door. So yeah, it's not a simple thing to get to, but there it is. So I just wanted to share that with you because I found that pretty interesting. So you can pass that along to people. All right, let's close this back up. There you go. All right. Crazy, right? So the next thing that I wanted to share with you guys was the reason that I'm getting rid of the panoramic roof sunshade. From what I understand, there's actually currently a version 2 out, and I obviously have the first version of it, and it's not a bad product. It works like they advertise. You know, again, the sag is a little bit, I don't know if that's probably just my luck, but overall, it keeps a lot of light out, like you would think, and it also probably kept the temp down about 5 to 7 degrees overall. For the last week that I've had it in here, normally the interior temp reaches about 116 to 18 degrees. And when I checked it over the past week, while it was up, the interior temp was about 110 to 112. So it does seem to keep some heat out as well. You know, I'll probably keep it for long distance runs, you know, if I'm traveling, you know, 5 or 6 hours somewhere on a trip or outside of the state. I'll put it back up so that it helps the air conditioner, you know, run more efficiently, or it's easier for it to cool the cabin. But otherwise, I think I'm going to take it down. And for me, it's really because it makes the cabin feel so much smaller. And that's just me. You know, I'm just used to not having it there. And even though I don't notice the panoramic roof a lot of the times when I'm driving, I do feel like with all the light coming in, it just seems a lot bigger and open, more open. So that's really the reason that I'm going to take it down. You know, it's just that it just makes this interior feel a little more closed than what I like. So, but again, good product. I may actually try the version 2 at some point just to see if it's any better or any different, but we'll see how that goes. The floor mats, on the other hand, I've really grown to like them. They still fit really well. They're keeping a lot of the dirt exactly where it should be. And I like the looks of it. That's kind of grown on me. So that turned out really good. And the last part is, if you want to see how to install the ambient lighting in the footwells of the front, the front passenger and driver side, that's the rest of the video here. But I can tell you that I went with blue, and I like it. It's a bit brighter. Actually, it's a lot brighter, but it's not overpowering when you're driving. You know, it's nice ambient lighting. So the regular ones that come with this are just absolutely dim. I would say, even with you being cautious, it takes about probably 15 minutes total, you know. And so it's a pretty easy install. Just be careful with the wiring, you know, but other than that, it's really simple. Okay, guys. Well, I obviously, like I said, went with the blue Footwell lights, and you can see ultra blue. And I got these from Abstract Ocean. So let's go ahead and install them. This is what they look like out of the package. You can see they are supposed to be exactly like what's going to come out. So should be like a direct replacement. Okay, so we're in the footwell now, and pedals are right here. So you go up to the left, and you can see the light right here. So the top of it is an indentation where you're supposed to be able to pry it, in order to pop it out. But I can tell you this light is super dim. So it probably looks bright on camera, but it is super dim. Again, if you guys are getting wind noise, I apologize, but it just started being really windy as I'm filming this. So, all right, let's go ahead and pop that out. Now, before you get started, you may want to do this, you may not, but I always put a little bit of tape on the end of my screwdriver, and that's what I'm going to use, a screwdriver or pry tool, and that's just to keep from, you know, scratching up the plastic around it. Not necessary, you know, if you're, I guess, really careful, but it's just something that, you know, you can do just to try to prevent any kind of accidents. Also, I scooted the seat all the way back. I'm a little guy, but I still need as much room as I can get. So yeah, it's probably better if you have all the room that you can get. So again, here, and I'll try to see if I can do this while holding the camera. So I'd go right up in there, and then you get, there you go. Look at that, just popped right out. So that's pretty easy. It took a little force, but you just kind of slide it into the notch at the top. And I'll show you that notch, hopefully. There's a little indentation right there. So hopefully that's coming in. But anyway, there's a little notch. Just pry it in there and then twist it a little and then slowly pull out. And it just popped right out, as you can see. All right, let me unhook this thing. Let me see if I can get you a better picture. There you go. So it looks like there's a little press right in the back here, a little lever that you got to press down and then slide out. So I'm probably going to need 2 hands for this, so I'll try to, I'll bring you right back. Okay, what I did was disconnected it, but I left it in there so that I could show you. There is a little lever on the back. It's a tiny little thing so that you got to press down on it and then slide this whole thing so you can push on this. Don't pull on the wires. Just push on this top little notch here. So I'll unhook it now. So there's the old light. Zoom in on this, get some clarity. So it is just like the one that we're going to replace it with. And here is the harness, or the plug, I mean, sorry. There we go. At any rate, that is the harness, and let's just plug in the blue light. All right, I lined it up, and I just got it dangling like I was before. And let me go ahead and plug it in, and there we go. Blue lights. Perfect. Let's see, should snap back in. All right, I think that's it. There you go. And I don't know if you can tell, but earlier I was in here and you could barely see any kind of light, but obviously now there's, even in the daylight, there's a blue hue. So, yeah. Well, let's get to the other side now. All right, guys. Now I'm in the passenger side, and I can tell you, this one took a little more force. So it might just be mine, but it took a little more force to get it out. But the pry is on this side. So, yep, you just twist it. And then I actually was a little worried that I might break it. But after a little bit of just gently prying it and then being able to get another little screwdriver right about here and doing it at the same time, it finally just popped right off. So I'll unhook this and plug in the blue light. Oh, also the cord, you saw the other one drop down and there was plenty to work with. Here you have probably less than ½ an inch to work with, so it doesn't come down very far on the passenger side. All right, just gonna unhook it. Again, there's a little tab on the very back that you press down and then you just pull it out. Again, here's the plug
So the old light is off, and we'll grab the new one and just slip it right on. All right, guys, so I got it lined up, and we'll just clip it in now. There you go. And you'll hear the little snap. And that should do it. Now we have blue lights on the passenger side. All right, once you press it in and hear the little snap, now you just want to put it back up there. Okay, so I gotta tell you, to push that one in, I really thought I was going to break it. So it takes a lot of force to push this passenger side one in. I honestly thought that one was gonna snap in half. So passenger side's a little more difficult, but there you go. And again, the lighting in here, you can already see like the blue haze or the blue effect already. So I will bring you guys back when it's darker and show you what it looks like, but pretty easy install. You know, just take your time, be patient, and know that it requires a little bit of force to snap them back in place. And again, the passenger side was a little harder for me than the driver's side, but yeah, I've been out here for all of about 10 minutes. So not too bad. Well, all right, guys. Well, there you have it. So not bad. Wasn't too bad of an install, and I think they're going to look great. Like I said, I'll bring you back and show you a clip of what it looks like when it gets a little darker. Also, I thought that rear door safety latch was just crazy. So let me know what you think about that. The next video is going to be emblem day. Basically, I got a ton of decals or emblem covers for, you know, stickers and whatnot for the front, rear, steering wheel, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in that, come on back for that one. Again, thanks for watching, and remember, go to your car meets, enjoy what you have, and have fun with your mods, guys. Thank you again. We'll see you on the next one. All right, guys. Well, this is what the blue lights look like at night. It's not too bright. Lights that I have in the back are actually a lot brighter, but this looks pretty good. And again, this is the driver's side, and I'll shoot over to the passenger side. And this is what the passenger side looks like. Again, not too bright, but it's great. It's pretty good for the ambient lighting while you're driving. You can see it there.